Good day everyone, to our advisor, Mr. Aldrin David Borico, to our panelists, and to my dearest classmates. I am Adrian Rivera and I would like to greet you all a pleasant day. Together with my group mates, Lance Ferreras, Yenier Layaga, James Roque, and Francis Yalong, we would like to present our study, Multi-Use Decoy. Let's start by introducing some of our related literature. Nowadays, everyone is vulnerable to the possibility of being involved in street crimes. That is why self-defense tools are necessary for us to carry, especially for the elders. Gramlich stated that they are more likely to be the victims of street crimes. Also, in order to address the issue, a stun gun, which is described by Harris as an electronic device used to incapacitate someone, would be perfect as a self-defense tool. The product Multi-Use Decoy is a stun gun combined with other uses, such as a Swiss Army knife, which is described by the encyclopedia as a multi-bladed pocket knife that includes emergency tools. The product's other purpose is to act as a decoy. A decoy is described by Haley as a tool used to deceive enemies, in which, in the case of the study, are the criminals or perpetrators. While the product may be deemed useful, there are also risks that we cannot avoid in using a stun gun, which was listed down by Payton. The researchers aim to develop a multifunctional self-defense tool which can be used as a decoy in case of emergency. Furthermore, the research was conducted to innovate the stun guns sold in the market. That's all for our rationale. Let's move on to the conceptual framework and statement of the product, which will be discussed by Mr. James Roque.
Conceptual framework. The conceptual paradigm of the study is shown in figure number 1. Input: 3.7 volts rechargeable battery, Swiss Army knife tools, resistor, red lights, switch, button, concrete nail, electrical wire, cell phone case, and small high voltage transformer, and lastly, hard plastic. Process. The process in doing the product. Connect the wiring of the stun gun. Check if both stun gun and tools are properly accessible. Close the hard plastic case and put the smartphone design. Add accessories to make it look like a real smartphone or a cell phone. And lastly, testing and evaluation. Output is the result. Multi-use decoy is the result of all this process. Thank you. Statement of the problem. The purpose of the study is to develop a stun gun that acts as a decoy with a built-in Swiss pocket knife features and a battery-powered taser for self-defense. Specifically, it intends to answer the following questions. How may the product be described in terms of weight, size, and appearance? How may the product be assessed in terms of comfortability, functionality, durability, and battery life? Research design. The present study used experimental research design to achieve the purpose of developing a new product. Experimental design methods are tools for conducting informative, time-cost-effective experiments used during product development. These methods can contribute to building quality into products, as well as shortening the development cycle. This technique makes it possible to study the effect of many factors simultaneously to select the factor combination that results in both improved quality and reduced cost, and hence allow for the development of reliable, robust products of high quality. In addition, these methods provide a systemic approach for problem solving during the product development process. Population and sample. The researchers used purposive sampling in choosing the respondents of the study. Purposive sampling, also known as judgmental, selective, or subjective sampling, is a form of non-probability sampling in which researchers rely on their own judgment when choosing members of the population to participate in their surveys. The 10 respondents who will participate are experts in electricity, shop teacher, and electrical engineers.
Results and discussion. This chapter presents the result of this analysis and interpretation of the data gathered in the study. It discusses the findings logically in accordance with the objectives mentioned in the first chapter. Table 1 shows the respondent's description of the product in terms of the weight. The result shows that the product is portable and its weight is appropriate to this size and the purpose to its weighted means of 3.75 and 4.38 respectively in general. The product is very good as indicated by the grand mean of 4.06. Table 2 shows the respondents of description of the product terms of the size. The results shows that the respondents find the product size very good and excellent because it's not too heavy and it's appropriate to its function with weighted means of 3.88 and 3.63 and 4.38 respectively. In general, the product is very good as indicated by the grand mean of 3.96. Table 3 shows that the respondent's description of the product in terms of its appearance. It depicts that the respondents find the product's appearance is very good, as indicated by the grand mean of 3.88 and standard deviation of 1.13. Thus, the product appearance may still be improved. Now, Junior Laage will discuss the assessment of the product.
Table 4. Assessment of the product in terms of portability. Table 4 demonstrates that the product is portable, though finding that the product can be carried and used easily and comfortably is indicated as very good, with a weighted mean of 4.13 but with a grand mean of 4.38, indicating the product as excellent, with results show that the product is used and carried with one hand. Table 5. Assessment of the product in terms of functionality. Table 5 shows that the product is functional, with the highest weighted mean of 4.88 that indicates the product to provide its purpose in case of emergency, and grand mean of 4.79, implying that the product is fully functional. Table 6. Assessment of the product in terms of durability. Table 6 demonstrates that the product is durable but may still be improved, implying that the majority of the product's attachments are strong and cannot be readily damaged by a short fall, as both of the indicators shows as very good. Table 7. Assessment of the product in terms of battery life. Table 7 demonstrates that the product's battery life is efficient, with a weighted mean of 4 as the lowest. That indicates the battery rechargeable as very good. Moreover, with a grand mean of 4.31, that implies the product's battery life as excellent, that lasts a day and performs well. Now, Lance Ferreras will discuss about the summary, conclusion, and recommendations.
Let us proceed to the chapter 4 or the last chapter of our paper. The chapter presents the summary findings, conclusions, and recommendation for the improvement of the study. Summary findings. Based on the results and discussion, the following are summarized. The weight of the product, the size of the product, the appearance of the product, and the durability of the product are graded very good, whilst the portability of the product, the functionality of the product, and the battery life of the product are graded excellent. Conclusion. Based on the findings, the study concludes that the multi-use decoy needs improvement in terms of weight, size, appearance, and durability. However, the portability, functionality, and battery life are rated excellent, which means that the product has market potential if the given recommendations are applied. Recommendation. Based on the conclusion drawn, it is recommended that the product needs improvement Number 1, the weight of the product needs a little adjustment. Number 2, the size of the product needs to be more slim in order to look like a real smartphone. Number 3, the appearance of the product. The wire needs to be hidden and the design needs improvement to make it look like a real smartphone. Lastly, the durability of the product needs alternative case other than hard plastic, like for example, polycarbonate. Now let us continue to the demo video.
Hello, this is the demo for our product, multi-use decoy, and as you can see, we have installed the necessary parts, the emergency tools, the taser, and the decoy phone itself. Right now, the safety switch is turned off, that's why we can't access the taser. Now let's try to turn it on. Now let's turn it off again. Now let's check the emergency tools. We have the emergency knife, the can opener, the emergency scissor, and lastly, the wood saw. That's all, sir. Thank you.